Graham, what did the Brazilians say to the American?
What?
I don't know, because I can't understand anything that they're saying because of the language. And so here we are. We just went to Brazil.
Yeah.
And I mean, joking aside, here's what I loved. And this isn't one of our high fives, but I loved like how we would talk to the Brazilian people and how they just oozed kindness and how patient they were with us with the language barriers.
And then we came back to America and was instantly hit with how opposite we can be.
Yep. So, shout out to any of the Brazilians that will watch this video. Thank you for your kindness. We wanted to take a moment just to kind of do a high five version of our trip to Brazil.
Yep.
And so the first high five is that it was a fully funded trip. You guys were so gracious and generous to both Graham and I and to my son. And even with some of the hiccups that we had on the back end, we had a fully funded trip and we're just so grateful for that.
Absolutely. The next thing is to kick off this trip when we got there were a couple of the Brazilian pastors that kind of wanted to have fun with us and do some fun things on the front end. We'll go a little bit more into what we were doing there, but we went to a soccer football game and we went out to eat a couple times just really to have fun and spend time with these Brazilian pastors. So I thought, I don't know, I had a ball, but it was good spending time.
Had a ball, that's a fun. But football in Brazil is
wild.
Next level. They were chanting. A guy was wearing the wrong color and the whole stadium, well, in our section, chanted until this guy
took his shirt off.
Because anyways, it was very wild. Anyways, and also wanted to high five Landon because you commented a few times. There was a lot of changes, a lot of just like we were busy from wake up to going to bed. There was really never any downtime, and so he was just super flexible and really did get a taste of the church at large, and so that was great.
Yeah, 12 years old, I would not have been as gracious when I was 12. So now the next thing is the whole reason we went down to Brazil was to teach a workshop on evangelism. So we partnered with Converge Brazil and we met at Calvary Church down in Curitiba and we taught a workshop to church leadership teams to about 40 to 50 different people, and it was an all-day workshop, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It was an incredible day of teaching. You taught some, I taught some, but here's what I want to say. We ended the day with giving every person that was there 50 reals, Brazilian reals,
about $10.
About $10, and sent them into the community, sent them onto the streets and to show kindness and to share the gospel and just to let people know that God loves them. And then we had everyone come back and share their stories. And that 30 minutes at the end of the day, hearing these pastors and leaders share what God did through that time was so encouraging. And just to know that God moments happen on those streets and who knows how God will use those in the future. So just know amazing things happen, and we're so thankful for that time we had teaching that workshop.
And you had somebody come to Willie's church, right? From that, I think, or something, maybe? Did I hear that? No? Okay. Well, that would have been nice. Anyways, and we also had time with Willie and Kaka. Those are the two pastors down there that spoke English and spent the most time with us. And so we spent a good deal of time with them.
With them and their families.
My son got to know his Kaka's son, Marcos, real well. And, they'll stay connected, but just really cool to, hey, they're in a different context, but they are pastors like we are pastors, and there was just this family unity. We're the same, and so just a high five to them and hanging out with them, and we really appreciate our time with you.
Yeah.